welcome to the Hit the Bell podcast with your hosts Dalton Damon, Dalton Klemp, and Richard Cottrell, or Rick. I am Dalton Damon, obviously, and let's get this thing show on the road, guys.
Good stuff, dude.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm excited.
Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, I'm excited that, yeah, man. I came to you guys with this idea to have a three-guy podcast. You two had a podcast together a while ago. Klemp, you had your own podcast. I myself had my own.
Yep.
And it's awesome to do one, but at the same time, man, to run one by yourself is a pain. And so I'm happy to be able to do this with you guys. The big thing I want to say is anyone that's watching this, what's good about this is we're not going to upload maybe every week. We would like to, I'm sure. But every episode will be different in some way. There might be a time that I can't make it. There might be a time that Klemp or Damon can't make it, and it'd be one or two or all three of us. We might have a guest. I'd love to get some guests on here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know it's a long shot, but I'm going to be DMing anybody and everybody on any sort of social media. Hey, y'all just want to be a guest? Because you never know.
Sure.
You can't get a yes if you don't ask. So might as well ask.
You better believe I'm going to ask a couple of the people on TikTok. So
Yeah,
just like
Blizz.
most of I'll ask DJ Blizz in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so much fun. Like I was just telling Damon also, there's a pretty high percentage that we're going to end up being mainly a sports podcast because that's what we all know the most, and with everything going on in sports right now. So go ahead, Clint, take it over.
I do have a plethora of ideas for non-sports things for us to do too.
Okay.
Just to appeal. One, because a lot of stuff is stuff I like doing when I did my own personal podcast, such as movie recastings and stuff like that. Because I know Rick, when you were on there with it, we had a lot of fun with that. Especially a lot of laughs with the stupid stuff we recasted, or characters, I mean. So I got ideas like that. Just, it's fun. It's a different topic, different stuff. Might appeal to different people.
Of course.
There's
There's gonna be downtimes in sports, so we're gonna cover music and movies, video games. We have three guys that are into everything. Exactly. So.
All right. Well, start things off. Obviously, it's the NFL season, gentlemen. We're all fans. I'm a Lions fan.
Blessed.
Rick, you're a Browns
Myles
fan.
Garrett, sir. Myles fucking Garrett.
That's a scary man.
Dude,
That is a
4.5 sacks.
Hey, Browns record for sacks in the game.
Yep. Yes, it is.
That's it, man. 4.5 in a game.
Franchise record. He's a monster. He almost had 5. He just missed getting that 5th one late in the game. But poor Justin Fields, man. He got beat up.
Right.
Bro, he had
You want to
no
know? You want to do something funny? They had 87 passing yards, if I remember correctly, and they lost 86 yards in sacks. So technically, if you want to do the math, that's 1 yard in his first start.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, that sucks for
That's
him.
unfortunate.
But
Well, so you can't even blame that on him. You got to take that as one. The Browns' defense is solid. There's no doubting it at this point. The second thing is, you're going to go out there with a patchwork offensive line and try to protect your franchise rookie quarterback and just basically say, nah, we're good. We like Andy Dalton more because, Andy Dalton, I mean, he's the veteran. You know what I mean? It's so, something that you can speculate about. I don't personally think it's anything, but they just had a bad game.
Yeah. Well, the second they drafted Justin Fields, I said he's going to start before week 5. I was right 100%. On that. But I did see what happened today coming because their O-line has never been consistent in a long time. And they've been trying to build upon it. They've been trying to, free agency, they haven't really done a whole lot with O-line. But it's just not been there for a while.
And you're facing a defense
been there at least,
with a line that has Garrett on one end, you got Clowney on the other. Jeremiah started. I don't know what happened to him this week, but he's like, all right, I'm in the NFL now. Let me show you guys what I can do. He came through fucking fire truck, dude. And
Well, you
then
guys' secondary is amazing too. Like you got Grant Delpit, you got a couple other solid corners out there that are making names for themselves, dude.
Only
my
thing
God.
y'all don't have that stacked is linebackers.
yeah, but Jeremiah's, he's gonna bring his own. Tua was out this week, if I remember. He was on the injured list this week,
Mm-hmm.
but
yeah.
not Tua. What am I thinking of? Well, Tua was also for Miami. Who's our
Right.
linebacker? What am I?
I
I'm
thought
blowing
y'all
his
just had a
name.
linebacker named Tua that I
No.
didn't know about.
Hey, man, I don't know what you guys got going on over there in the land, baby.
Dude, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Alien, that's greatest. Hit that bell. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I try to quote
Yeah,
MGK.
we should-
That was just bad.
From
We
the
should
land
explain
till
that.
I die.
So,
Till I die.
so we got to explain that the hit the bell name is from an inside joke that the three of us had.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
we didn't explain
played a
that.
lot of
Right.
video games together. There was one we played Sea of Thieves, and every time one of us would just fumble a sentence or a word or anything like that, there's a bell on the ship that we'd all be like, "All right, go hit the bell because you just had a stroke." So that's basically like the inside joke and how we kind of came to this name on the podcast. And every time we have a flubbed up sentence, flubbed up word, that is what we're going to be doing. We'll either have a sound effect bell or will be an actual bell that will ring, and we'll make
A little
it
bit
a
of
point.
both. Yeah.
As of right now, for episode 1, Rick is the only one that has a physical bell.
And it
I was
doesn't
gonna
even
go
ring.
buy one and couldn't find anywhere that had one available right now. I'm also broke, so that doesn't help. Yeah, let's put that out there to the public.
But please talk about your financial status a little bit more.
And,
What's the last four of your credit? What's your social? Just make sure you put it out there.
I need your bank account PIN number and
yeah, so I'll give you the last two of my social. It's 1 and 2.
Nice.
Sion Taki is the linebacker I was thinking of, by the way.
Itaki, that is
Yeah.
him.
Taki.
He's
I don't
pretty.
know why every
he's not
time-
bad.
He's pretty
Every
good.
time I hear his name, I think of the chips Takis.
I always
Yeah,
think of the
that's
song
kinda on brand.
Taki Rumba, but that's my dumbass.
You have to remember, you're old and we're
Yeah.
young.
Yeah,
You
you
are
ain't
an
lying.
old man. And you can't hear too well.
I can hear just fine out of my right ear.
Damon, you're the deaf one out of the three of us.
I'm the deaf one out of the three of us.
Huh?
If we're being honest.
I got it.
Yeah.
You're also
All
the
right.
slow one.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Since we're on the topic though, I gotta talk about Detroit. You guys are now what? 0-3.
0-3. I don't want to.
But how are you gonna make every game look good? Like you guys look like you should be winning. Like
Honestly,
that's at
dude,
least.
Yeah. To hold Baltimore as close as you did as the Detroit Lions,
Yeah, you guys look like you
I was
got a future.
impressed. I was honestly impressed.
It's Detroit, not Detroit. It's Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm sorry. Hey, for preface, for those that don't know me, I live in Alabama, hence the camo, the cowboy hat. Yeah.
Born down here in Florida. Don't act like
I
that.
was not born in
Georgia.
Florida, thank you very much. I was born in Georgia.
Okay, sorry.
Country bumpkin.
Home of the Southern Peaches.
I love that his camera keeps cutting out and it freezes at the worst possible faces he could be making. Wait till you
It's gonna
see
look
this, dude.
so great on the
It's the
actual video.
greatest thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
better
you
than
haven't.
on the video.
That's the thing is you haven't froze once, but no, you're back on now. You like freeze, but twice you've frozen like at the best. It's amazing.
Now.
It can't be me because
I don't know.
on my screen. I don't,
Yep, but
When I
Damon's
freeze
fine.
on
Mine.
Damon's though.
I don't
When
know,
I
man.
freeze on
I can
Damon's.
see everybody.
I don't know.
No, I
Anyways,
can see everybody fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the point. But dude, I went into this season as a Lions fan with very low expectations. Let's be honest. We're
I know
coming
that
off
feeling.
of we're 4-12, 6-10s. Like we weren't doing very good, and that's due to Fat Patricia and the fucking Patriot way that we were supposed to buy into, and we just got scammed for a fucking money. Long story short, my disdain for Matt Patricia reigns, and it will never go away. But I do like the culture shift that Dan Campbell is shifting the Lions to. I think it's a good thing that's going to happen. And the fact that we've looked, like a decent football team that has fight and it's not quitting out on each other, with the lack of talent we had or have, I am thoroughly impressed. Now, I thought we were going to beat the Baltimore Ravens And you can argue all you want about the missed, delay a game call on the play before the kick. Whatever. They shouldn't have even had that play to begin with. It was 4th and 19 before that.
Yeah.
We need a defensive stop before that.
Yeah, and the thing, a lot of people when it comes to refs, they're human. They make mistakes.
And that's the problem with them.
True.
Now, it seems that the Lions are a butt end of the referee's joke more often than not.
That's the Lions. Who else are they going to put at the butt end of the joke?
Exactly. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, but we were
Not
there.
anymore.
If we're going to talk
I
about
don't want to hear it anymore.
I'm going to add a quick little side note to refs. This past week's Auburn game where we almost lost to Georgia State.
Because you guys suck.
Auburn stresses me. No, Bo Nix had an awful game.
Because Bo Nix is terrible.
No, he's not. I wouldn't say terrible anymore, but he did not have a good game. Anyways, our backup TJ Finley came in clutch. Anyways, our tight end clearly dropped a pass when we were on our game-winning drive. Clearly. They called it a catch initially, reviewed it, kept it as a catch. I watched it on the college's football largest jumbotron in college football. He caught it, but as he was going to the ground, it came out and hit the ground. Not a catch. Tire Stadium, even Auburn fans agreed it wasn't a catch. They called it a catch. Thank you, referees.
They bailed you out, all right? That's not like what I'm saying, which is
No,
we get screwed
I know
over.
you're saying the opposite, but I'm just saying it feels
We
good
get
to be on
screwed
that
over
end.
more often than not.
So speaking of getting screwed over, though, like how are you feeling right now with 3 games in, looking at how well LA looks with Stafford?
Well, you know my thoughts about Matthew Stafford.
I know.
Yeah.
I appreciated Matthew Stafford as a person, as a quarterback, and I appreciate his talent. I do not appreciate the fact that the man could not lead us to a winning fucking playoff drive ever, and the fact that he was the most overhyped, like, he's got a top 5 arm in the NFL, but mentally, he's just not there, man. When he was in Detroit, he was not, he made stupid decisions. He always felt like he was getting rushed, even when we had a good offensive line.
Y'all had a good offensive line?
We have a good one right now.
Yeah, they got a great one for running backs, dude. Swift went
Arguably
off.
the best offensive line in
with
the
Penny.
NFC. Now the
Arguably.
AFC, I'd make the argument for the Browns, but
Yeah. Now.
yeah. But either way, like, I'm excited that Detroit with Jared Goff is not looking like a bad team that's just giving up on life. Like, they have a lot of hope.
Yeah. And
even
to
with
add
the
on that
lack
too,
of talent they have.
Right.
Yeah, and it gives Detroit fans hope for the future. They have something to build upon. They have a ground, base to build upon from here on out. It may not. I'm not saying Jared Goff in general. I'm just saying this culture that they're building.
Yeah,
in
no,
Detroit
100%.
is something that they can build on and become successful in the future.
The
And
way
I still
Clem
think
says,
we won
sorry,
that
side
trade.
note, the way Clem says Detroit never bothered me until you pointed that shit out.
I
That's
know,
all I
know.
hear now. Detroit.
It's
Detroit.
I'll try to say it the y'all's way.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Thank
Am I
you.
saying it right? Detroit.
Yes.
Detroit.
Detroit.
It's Detroit.
Eat shit and die.
What or
Oh my
who's
God.
shit?
As he
All right, we're not
chokes
getting
on
into that.
water. Don't drown, bro. Finish your water. Don't drown.
I had ice cubes in my mouth.
Atlanta, though,
But
they got to win
honestly,
this
dude,
week, right?
Yeah, barely versus the Giants. I ain't proud of it,
It's
bro.
the Giants.
Still a win,
It's
though.
The Giants.
I mean, it was Saquon. That's what we had to worry about.
And he still had a
honestly-
good game.
Yeah, he did. But Young Hui Koo, the man, the myth, the legend,
That dude's insane, bro.
becoming
I love
arguably
Koo.
one of my favorite players on the team.
The way he can kick
Like,
a
he's-
ball.
honestly, bro.
Yeah. Since we're on the Atlanta topic, I'll harp about them. Been an Atlanta fan my entire life. Bring up the Super Bowl, I will slap you in the face.
28-3.
Oof.
I'm calling your bluff.
See, and here's something I want to bring up for you because I just read this today. Somebody posted it's like, and they in the post they said Matt Ryan deserves to be recognized as one of the most elite quarterbacks ever.
He
No.
is.
I
Look at
no,
his
hold
stat
on,
line,
Damon.
bro.
I agree.
Look at his, yes.
All right.
Look at what he's
Listen.
done in his right now. He's not good. He's falling off. I will say that. But when you look at his career as a whole, he's one of the greatest QBs ever.
I just think he's starting to play past his prime, and it's ruining his look.
Yes, 100%.
That's the
Because I'm a
problem.
Matt Ryan fan,
I agree.
and right now I
That's
hate
a
him.
fair statement. That's a fair
I've
statement.
loved Matt Ryan my entire life, and right now I hate him
Right.
because his image. It's not necessarily. I don't hate him as a person or anything like that. His image has fallen off. He's not performing like Matt Ryan.
I agree.
And
Yeah. You know what? I take back my statement about I don't say elite like of the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers levels, but he's definitely like in the top 10 of the past 12, 15 years.
You put Aaron Rodgers with Tom Brady?
I put for like influential quarterbacks in the last 20 years. Yeah, of course.
See, I would put him with Ryan. See, to me, I think you would put Brady up there with your Matt.
put it on a tier list. Put it on a tier list.
You got your Brady, Montana's, Manning's, stuff like that. Then you have like the Aaron Rodgers, the Matt Ryans, the I already forgot. Yeah, like they're great. See, Brett could go up top if he didn't throw so many interceptions, but I think he falls in that second list.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Brett didn't throw as many interceptions, then he probably would be in like the top 3 or top 4 quarterbacks of all time. Like,
oh yeah.
And now you know what? Let's dive into that. If you had to say top 5 quarterbacks of all time, like where would you put that?
I'm not gonna put them in order, but I can name them.
I'm gonna personally put them in order because like,
give me a minute.
Past 1, it's a mix-up, but number 1 is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You cannot deny the man has 7 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
he went to a brand new team in his first season and was like, hey, do you guys want to go win a Super Bowl? And then he did it. You cannot say anybody else other than Tom Brady has ever done that. And honestly, they're still Super Bowl contenders this season. It's not like they fell off and these players all went somewhere else. They brought back all 22 of their starters from their Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see them.
The problem that's hurting them now, especially
at least in the NFC Championship game.
The part that's hurting them right now, currently, and it's a big reason of why they lost today, is defensive injuries.
Oh, easily.
It's hurting them badly, and it's really what's going to hurt them throughout the season if it doesn't get better.
Yep, I agree.
It
sucks that people like that just get hurt, and that's that's football, but. It takes a team like that where they just win a Super Bowl and, basically just was like, all right, hey, you may not lose your chance now.
Right. Well, with that top 5 being said, I almost had Breeze in it, but I almost think Breeze is still in that second tier with.
If I had to put him anywhere, he's gonna be my number 6.
Yeah,
I agree. I say 6.
But so for me, you got Brady number 1. Even if you don't like him, you got to respect him. Just like a baseball fan,
but I respect him.
Just like a baseball fan, I hate the Yankees, but Derek Jeter's one of the greatest players of all time, and it sucks 100%. To say that. For the other ones, I would have to put Peyton, Montana, and then probably Elway, and just because I have to, I'm gonna put Otto Graham. So
yeah,
I gotta.
Here's mine in order because I forgot I actually made a list in the past. I'm going from number 1 to number 5. Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas, and Otto Graham.
Okay,
yeah. Fair enough. If I had to say it, obviously I'm going with Brady number 1. My number 2 is going to be the Sheriff. I mean, you can't doubt that Peyton Manning.
Right.
It's Peyton Manning. Come on. Number 3, Joe Montana. Number 4, I say John Elway. I agree with Rick. Number 5, though, I am kind of surprised you guys are leaving him out of this, but I say Dan Marino. I say Dan Marino's number 5 personally, and it's kind of interchangeable.
He's top 10.
Interchangeable with I say interchangeable with Breeze, but
I think Marino fell into the same problem Breeze did. He got stuck with a franchise that didn't support him. Yeah.
My 6 through 8 would be Elway, Breeze, because I'm actually taking Drew Brees out of 6. Elway, Breeze, Marino.
Yep.
That works.
I don't know. I think Marino is a better quarterback than the team that was around.
You put Marino over Steve Young?
Personally, yeah. I mean, Steve Young is great. Don't get me wrong. Steve Young's great, but he's not like Joe Montana. Like he's Steve Young.
All right.
Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame career with the 49ers. it's still going to be known as the guy that came in and came after Joe Montana.
Yeah.
It's just how I feel about it.
We got on a little tangent, but I want to get back to me complaining about the Falcons.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Because I have nothing to complain about this season for once in years. It's just so
I
good.
hate you for that.
It's just good things happening.
We drafted Kyle Pitts, and we are not utilizing him whatsoever.
No, you're not.
He is the definition of a unicorn coming out of college football.
Yeah.
And we're not using him whatsoever.
Are you using unicorn as a like 1 in a million or like a
rare specimen?
He's a very rare. No,
he's a rare specimen.
The speed and power he has.
Speed and power all combined in one person is insane.
100%.
And we're not doing crap with him.
No, you're not.
To be honest, we need to stop building our off. This is my personal opinion. Stop building the offense around Matt Ryan right now and build it around him.
You need to. You need to get a new young face quarterback.
I want Spencer Rattler in a Falcons jersey.
I say Spencer Rattler is probably going to be an option for you guys, especially if your record's like.
I would be okay with us not winning another game the rest of the season if it guaranteed me Spencer Rattler in the Falcons jersey next season.
Now, personally, if I'm having to pick who my next franchise's quarterback's going to be from next year's draft, as of right now, I'm picking Matt Corral at Ole Miss. That guy is lighting it up now. That guy's he's having a great year. He's like the Trey Lance. You know, all right, I had a great year so far. Like, my previous years were okay, but, like, I have my good year right now. You know what I mean? Right. I personally see him, just based on his, you know, his form, his play style, I see him doing fairly well in the NFL. I want him on the Lions if this Jared Goff thing doesn't work out. But Goff's young enough that we can roll with him for at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
At least.
So one of the things I think Atlanta fucked up on, and this is just going to go with a lot of teams in my eyes, and it's going to sound biased because if anybody knows my college team, they'll know why. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a 100% bust. Not just because he's in Jacksonville. I just think he's going to be a bust in the NFL. While Atlanta did a great job getting Pitts, they should have went for Trask. And now that he's in Tampa, listen to me. Now that he's in Tampa Bay learning from the best quarterback of all time, Kyle Trask is a pocket passer. He's going to be perfect learning under someone like Brady. That guy's going to come back, and he's going to be the best quarterback to come out of that draft class. I'm guaranteeing that.
I agree. I 100%
He's going to have the best career.
You're not the
I've been happy.
You're not the backup to the GOAT, and you don't learn a thing or two. Like,
and you're already good.
In San Francisco because of that.
Yeah.
But, Rick, when it comes to Atlanta, though, Kyle Trask, I mean, there's no doubt about this. Kyle Trask would not be the future quarterback he's going to be if he was under Matt Ryan.
Probably.
Tom Brady.
I agree.
But you guys need somebody like that.
The man I wanted if we didn't get Kyle Pitts was Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah, and he had a great day.
Bring the Atlanta man home.
Man, he had a fantastic day.
You think he would have done well with Atlanta's offensive line?
Atlanta's
better O-line. We got a better O-line than Chicago. Better O-line than Chicago.
I would say that.
But the only thing that hurts us is we got a young center because Alex Mack left. He's got a lot of development to do.
Who's your center again?
His last name's Hennessy.
Oh, okay. I know you.
I think it's Matt. I think his first name's Matt.
Michigan, but
no, he's a guard.
I know he is.
But I guess he's on our line too. He's young, but he's actually performing pretty well compared to his age.
I've heard.
But I wanted Justin Fields. Even in my mock draft, I put Justin Fields on Atlanta. Just bringing the Atlanta man home, and I think he is someone we could have built the entire franchise around in the longevity of Atlanta.
I agree. But you don't pass up on Kyle Pitts. Like you said though, they're not utilizing Kyle Pitts, but you still don't pass up on him.
I think
the team when you like who are they picking? I mean, they're gonna pick that if you let him fall.
Yeah, honestly, I was really hoping we can get Kyle Trask in round 2. To be honest, I think if he was available, we would have.
No, Tampa was very smart.
Tampa got him like the last pick of the second round though.
What did you say?
Tampa got him like in the last pick of like one of the third or second round.
No, he went early.
I'm telling you, I bet you money.
No.
I will look up what his draft position was.
Yeah, do that real
quick.
He
got picked round 1.
I thought it was the end of round one. I thought it was.
Yeah, he was the Bucks' first pick.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Just side note while you.
64.
Oh wow.
Because the first
Okay.
round pick for the Bucks was Joe Tryon.
Oh, never mind. Then I was thinking round 3. But honestly, we should have got him round 2.
Yeah, you should have. To have Pitts
but-
and him back together too, learning together, that's a 1-2
Would
punch.
have been a great thing.
Yeah, we would have built the entire offense around them. But I know Matt Ryan's been the Atlanta guy. But I think he's showing, especially with new ownership this year and new coaching and everything, he's going to show why we need a new quarterback this season.
He's showing his age.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great career behind him, but it's getting to the point. No, it's getting to the point where his seasons are limited, and I really want to see a quarterback drafted round 1 or round 2 next.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure.
Because we got in the later rounds, we got Felipe Franks. He's not going to be a franchise quarterback. I love his size, 6'7". He's a bigger dude, but I just don't see it.
Problem is with the guy that's 6'7" and plays quarterback, you're not going to be a very mobile quarterback.
He's actually pretty mobile.
I would say mobile for his size, but not like, oh my god, this guy's fucking lighting it up like Lamar Jackson out there. He's probably going to be
on
like,
a level between
fastest
Ben
Matthew Stafford.
Roethlisberger and Lamar Jackson. Because Ben Roethlisberger is about as mobile as a tree.
We've seen that picture.
I put him. Who would I compare him to in current day quarterbacks?
I say Matthew Stafford.
No, he's more mobile than Matthew.
Yeah.
If you watch him in the preseason, he's way more mobile than Stafford.
All right.
I honestly put him in a level near Goff.
Okay, fair enough.
And if I had to upgrade that a little bit, probably a little bit less mobile Josh Allen.
All
As
right.
long as Josh doesn't trip over himself, he's fine.
True.
Yeah, right.
Side note,
Daniel
real quick.
Jones.
I wanted to talk about Taylor Heineke real quick, and I looked up. I just typed in Washington. Didn't realize they got absolutely destroyed by Buffalo today, 43-21. Holy crap!
They got murdered by Buffalo.
I've been saying, since before the season started, I think the Super Bowl is gonna be Buffalo and Tampa. That's my pick. And I would not be surprised one bit if Buffalo comes out on top.
As your friend, I would love to see Cleveland and Tampa.
I would love if Cleveland made it.
Honestly, as a former Cleveland resident and someone who was born in Cleveland, I would love to see Cleveland go. But
we have
Buffalo's too good, man.
We have a lot to work with. We have easily one of the best offensive lines, 2 of the best running backs.
Easily.
Maybe not solo. So if you take Chubb, put him on team by himself, he's average. If you take Kareem Hunt, he's above average. You put them together, it's the best 1-2 punch in the NFL.
It's a double-headed dragon.
It's ridiculous. You have Baker Mayfield, who's still looked down on, but
he's so underrated.
it's a night when the lights went out in Florida. The thing with Baker is, a lot of people will say he's not a franchise quarterback. When you're a Cleveland fan, he is a franchise quarterback because he's the first person to come to Cleveland to be good enough to win and say, I want to be here. I want to play for Cleveland. And that brings in people like Myles Garrett, who's an absolute just specimen, and he wants to be there.
Myles Garrett was drafted before Baker Mayfield.
I was just gonna say that.
I know. But what I'm saying is, you got
OBJ and Jarvis, those guys don't on a regular team before 4 years ago. Fuck no, we're not gonna go to Cleveland. We're gonna probably go to the Patriots or some shit. No, let's go to Cleveland because there's promise there. You know what I mean?
I'm calling it right now. Within the next 5 seasons, Cleveland will be in the Super Bowl.
I say Cleveland wins the Super Bowl if they keep the same team.
I'm saying we win one within the next 3.
I agree with that.
You got young tight ends like Hooper, a great offensive line, great defensive line. We need a couple more linebackers. I think.
Got Hooper and Njoku.
Yeah, when Njoku is your number 2, that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
And people thought he wanted to get he wanted to leave, which I think at one point there was a report that said he requested a trade, but
no,
dude, you're really not going to go anywhere better. Come on,
No.
You're not going to be.
You're still
the number one guy
utilized.
for a shitty team.
Yeah, it's not like they just ignore him and sit him on the sideline.
No, he's
Right.
utilized.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say.
That happens a lot.
Well, as you're still thinking,
Yeah.
I mean, you got the young kids like Hollywood Higgins, who's picked up the slack. Peoples Jones, frickin' Felton lately. Good lord.
Dietrich Felton,
Did I
who
say it?
we were like,
Did I say it?
dog.
Should I say it?
Say it.
War Eagle to my boy Anthony Schwartz.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, I mean, that was an
And
extremely
nobody gives a
good.
fuck about
Here's the thing. That was a great pickup, and I'm glad that we got him. This is one of the fastest men you'll see on the field. The thing is, he's got a lot to contend with over here in Cleveland. Like,
Oh yeah. But
even
the thing with that though is he's surrounded by so many fantastic people that it's gonna develop him. By the time give him 2-3 seasons, he is going to be a beast.
yes. Here's what I'm seeing as a future for Cleveland. OBJ is going to be leaving eventually.
Eventually.
Landry probably
He's
also,
29 years old.
unfortunately. I'd love for Landry to stay. Him and Baker have a great rapport. But say those two leave, then you got Peoples Jones, you got Higgins, who will be going into their prime by then, and you'll have Schwartz, who will be basically coming up to a breakout year. You'll probably have Kareem leave, so Nick will be teamed up with Felton. That's another 1-2 punch that you probably don't want to deal with. So
And that's not even considering who they're going to be drafting.
exactly, exactly.
So
'Cause if Kareem
personally-
leaves, I see them drafting a running back. Maybe not an early round running back.
I don't know, because we got Felton, we got Dearness Johnson, who I know he came from
Yeah.
USF, but the dude can go. I think he's on our practice squad right now. I'm not 100%,
Yeah, I
but
think he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
but even still, the dude can move just like Kareem. All right, I mean, we take a break for word from our sponsor here. You good? You all right?
But needs to see a GI doctor.
But yeah, I mean, I think the future's bright for a Cleveland fan, and it's weird because
Yeah, it is
I'm
weird.
used to always, even still, like knowing that we're good, knowing that we're going into each week as a favorite. I'm like, we're gonna fuck it up somehow. I don't know how,
100%.
but it sucks.
So
Hey, y'all want me to jinx this real quick?
give me 1 second. I had one point about Anthony Schwartz.
Yes.
So personally, I think Anthony Schwartz has a high ceiling, but a very low floor. Because, like, yes, there's a
One or
reason
the
the guy
other.
was drafted. He's either going to be a superstar, quick guy, comparable to like Tyreek Hill, or he is going to be a kick returner and a punt returner, and that is it. Because that's about what you can use speed in the NFL.
And I think
it
that's what he
really
was going to
depends.
be, but Felton took over.
Yeah,
It really
honestly.
depends on how they develop him. I mean, it comes down to that. It's what they do to develop him is going to determine if he's a Tyreek Hill or a Anthony who.
Yeah,
kinda
right.
Right.
Yeah, I think that there's just a lot of wiggle room there, and honestly, I think Cleveland, just like you said, Rick, has too much depth at that position. I don't know, man. It's just I don't get the same vibe, and it's not because I'm just hating on an Auburn guy. Like I'm just
Right.
I joke about that, but no, I mean seriously. Like I don't think that guy's got enough of a skill set that warrants him being a superstar. Now, if you convert him to running back, I think you got something.
The reason
He may
why I
not be
agree
like
with
he
him,
don't have the
the
size.
guy right there. That he may not be, but again, we see guys like Tyreek Hill. They run a lot of wildcat options. They run a lot of jet sweeps. You relegate him to a role like that on your offense, he'll be fine.
and the reason why I agree with you about Schwartz is look what we did in the offseason with Higgins. We let him go.
Yeah.
We re-signed him, but we let him go. One of the best young receivers there is. Any team could have picked him up and been super happy. Not only that, but during cut week this year, we dropped what's his name, and y'all picked him up for Detroit.
Kadarius Hodge. He had a great catch today. I was watching it.
He's gonna be good. And so, like,
agree.
when it comes to receivers, Cleveland's got a lot of good receivers, so it's gonna be hard to make a staple there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So yeah, let's switch over. Honestly, we've been talking about football for a little bit. Let's talk about baseball, because baseball, postseason's coming up soon, baby. We all know that
Turns the hat
Rick's a
around.
fucking White Sox fan over here.
Hell yeah, dude. We clinched, baby.
You're just a fan of like all the successful teams right now, aren't you?
Dude, you know how weird it is to be a fan? Like, I was a White Sox fan this whole time, Cleveland fan. I've always been a Lightning fan, and they've always been decent, right?
Right.
2 in a row has put them up near franchise elites, but
Yep.
to have your Browns go to the playoffs last year, and the White Sox went to the playoffs last year, and Tampa went into the playoffs. I lost my shit. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I was like, if all three teams somehow win, I'll just be like, all right, I'm done. I don't ever have to watch sports again.
Yeah, you're content at that point.
Yeah, like I love so a lot of people that don't know, like born and raised here in Florida in St. Pete, I didn't have a team for the longest time. All we had was the St. Louis minor league team. So I was like 9 or 10 years old. My buddy Tommy, we go to a trading card show with, I think it was his mom's boyfriend at the time or something, and he bought us cards. I didn't even buy the pack of cards. I opened it up, Frank Thomas signature card, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, but this is my new favorite team. Like, it's a legit signature card. So I started following them then and became a diehard Sox fan ever since.
Honestly,
War Eagle to Frank Thomas.
Do what, Clint?
I said War Eagle to Frank Thomas.
Yeah, right. That's an Auburn dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Big hurt.
The big hurt, man. Got through the steroid era, just being himself. Him and Griffey both. If Griffey never would have got injured like he did, he would have been the all-time greatest. Even still.
100%.
And that just proves he was never on anything with how much he got injured, unfortunately. But prettiest swing in baseball. Frank, such an awesome player. I loved watching him. A big dude that obviously hit bombs but could hit for average was just so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah, 100%. But so speaking on like the hitting for average stuff, we don't see that in baseball anymore. Baseball has turned into I'm hitting a home run or I'm striking out, and that's like okay. Like so we're not seeing singles, we're not seeing doubles, we're seeing a lot of I'm going swinging for the fences. And like I said, I mean I think managers are just okay with that now. Now, Tony La Russa, on the other hand, may not enjoy that.
Yeah.
Cough, cough. He may have run off his star catcher.
Yeah, he's doing good by the team. He has his moments. It's rough. Like it's like we win and we do good, and I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, and then I remember and I see Tony, and I'm like, oh fuck.
It's still Tony La Russa.
God. It's like, how about you just coach and shut your fucking mouth? Like,
yeah, honestly, like nobody needs to know your opinions.
No,
we just need to know that you're gonna coach a good team that may have a contention shot at a World Series.
And here's a funny thing: being that we live in the Tampa Bay area, I love the White Sox. We're not gonna get past the Rays. The Rays are so fucking good, dude.
They're too good.
Yeah.
And they got rid of one of their best pitchers too.
Yeah, how do you get rid of one of the most elite pitchers in the game and then
still be that good?
We'll still go in like.
Oh. And they trade for Nelson Cruz like mid-season.
Right.
I was like, all right. And then Nelson Cruz wasn't hitting for shit with the Twins. Now he starts going off and he starts hitting bombs when he comes to Tampa Bay.
Yep.
So what does that say about the Minnesota Twins organization?
Exactly.
Right. Y'all want to talk about losing a fantastic player and still doing good? How about them Braves?
Right, dude. That was a big
loss. We are doing what we're
loss.
doing without Acuna. And to be honest, when he went down, I'm like, oh, here goes the season. That's our leader. I mean, that is our guy.
The problem with the Braves.
Duvall back or something?
What do you say, Damon?
Didn't you guys get Duvall back in the trade deadline or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you're good.
The problem with the Braves though is you have to win your division to make the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because there's too many teams.
We're leading it right now.
Yeah, well, it's a hard division though.
By like a half a game though. Like that's the only problem.
Not by much.
Because Brewers, San Francisco, and Dodgers all clinched wild card. So basically, they're all in no matter what.
Right. So you guys, I mean, it's a tough division too. Like you guys have a lot of obstacles that you're gonna have to overcome to make sure that you stay in that lead and actually make the playoffs. So
it's never.
I think you can do it. I think you can, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. It's never easy being an Atlanta fan, no matter what the sport.
I think the Braves have the best infield in baseball. Honestly,
100% agree.
100%.
So it's just a matter of keeping everyone healthy and getting in there.
I think if we don't have another main guy go down, we're clinching.
Yeah, you should be fine.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. You speak of like tough divisions, man. That's the AL East. You look at Tampa, New York, Boston. Because of those three teams, no other team's getting. Like Houston's going to win their division probably.
Probably.
Nobody else is getting in. New York and Boston are going to take those two wild card spots.
Yep.
And that leaves Detroit and Cleveland and Kansas City and teams like that like if you're not winning for the division, you're not getting in.
You're not getting
Right.
in the playoffs. Now, speaking of the Detroit Tigers, I didn't think they were even going to have a shot at even making the playoffs. But we have a better record than the New York Mets, who were supposed to have an all-star season this year.
Yep.
We are playing some fantastic baseball for the talent we have. Like, it's the same thing that I'm saying with the Lions. Low expectations are being met, and they're being exceeded very well. I think there's a lot of talent that we can do in the Detroit farm system. We've got Torkelson that's probably going to come up within the next year or two. We got Riley Green that's going to probably come up within the next year or two. We have some of the best farm teams in baseball right now. And we've already been heard that Al Avila is going to actually try and spend some money at some positions of need this year. Hint, hint, Carlos Correa. I think we'll be okay. I think we may have a playoff shot in the next 2 or 3 seasons. As long as these guys in the farm system and our free agents pan out.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be shocked if that became true.
I think Carlos Correa is probably going to be the free agent that comes and signs with Detroit. Everybody's saying it because we need a shortstop, and Correa is one of the best ones that's available on the free agent market. Detroit's going to throw a big money contract at him, and we'll be okay. And it's not like we have like a losing season to back this up. It's no, we came off of a pretty darn good season playing in a pretty tough division with the White Sox, who are a great team. And even playing with Cleveland. Like, Cleveland's not a bad team. They have Tristan McKenzie, who is arguably Rookie of the Year for pitchers. You know?
So
he's having a great year.
You think they go for Correa? Like, I'm looking up the upcoming free agents. Marcus Simeon's going to be a free agent, bro. And look at the season he's having with Toronto.
The problem is we need a shortstop. And
Simeon's a shortstop, bro.
I don't know, man. I think Correa at what, 29 is how old he is? Simeon's what? How old?
He is. Let me check here. Simeon
is
like
31.
Yeah, he's 31.
Okay.
See, the thing that I've seen with sports and free agency is social hype has a bigger effect on it than ever before.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And with as much hype as Carrera is getting going to Detroit, I think that boosts the likeliness a lot.
I think it has a factor, but it may not have as much of a factor as many people give it credit, obviously.
Yeah,
like, you know, the fans on Twitter are always like, oh, well, we should sign Correa, you know, like, or we should sign Marcus Simeon, you know. I think Correa over his career is what's going to set him apart from the likes of, like, Marcus Simeon. Because you got a guy that over the course of his career has been an above average, if not an elite shortstop at the major league level. I don't see, you know, him re-signing with Houston because, you know, there's just, you know, you know, he could. I take that back. He could sign with the Houston Astros again because he's played with them his whole career. You know, Detroit throws in big enough money at him, he'll come.
Oh yeah.
And it's not we're not a bad team. He'll come. And for once, like I said, Al Avila is actually going to pay his fucking money to his free agents. So we'll see. Now, who do I also see that may come back? And, you know, it may only be for, like, a small role. Like, he's not going to be throwing, you know, 9-inning games or anything like that anymore. Give me JV, baby.
Put him as a
Justin
closer.
Verlander.
If Justin
closer.
If he's happy enough with doing what John Schmaltz did, go as a closer, change your game, and he would dominate.
Oh, yeah. It'd be
He's still got a 5-pitch rep. He's still got a scary 5-pitch rep that will destroy anybody. Yeah. If he has to pitch 2 innings.
Yeah, that man would do some damage as a closing pitcher.
Now,
right there, Shaggy.
Think about this.
I was wondering if that one would slide by or not.
No. It ain't gonna get slid by. One of us is gonna pick it up. I honestly think that if you look at a bullpen like we have Michael Fulmer, who is in a bullpen role as a closer. We've got guys like, you know, Gregory Soto, who before his injury was great. He had an all-star year this year. Bringing the likes of JV, we have 3 solid closing pitchers.
Yeah.
Dude. Especially with the young arms that we've got with Skubal. We got Matt Manning. We got the other guy, Turnbull. Turnbull threw a no-hitter earlier this year. I think we'll be okay. We'll have arguably one of the best, you know, bullpens and, you know, rotations in our division.
Yep. You get the right key guys in free agency, you're going to have scary season next year.
Easy. There's a
add on
couple
the
of guys
topic-
that I got my eye on.
Yep.
To add on the topic of pitchers, I am loving Max Fried.
Max Fried, he's
I,
amazing.
dude
He's
is
really good.
He's
amazing.
working some wonders this year. And he
100%.
actually went down for a little bit. He was injured for a little bit, closer to the beginning of the season.
Mhm.
And when he showed up, he's like, "All right, I got this."
Yeah, and honestly, he took a big role as soon as he came off of his injury.
Yeah.
He's great. Having zero complaints about that guy.
Yep.
Right.
Now, what about the White Sox? How is their rotation and their bullpen?
It's nothing to complain about right now. Like, it's scary. You just you look at Chicago, and it just, as another team, you've got to look at their lineup, you got to look at their bullpen, you got to look at the rotation, and just be like, fuck it. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm scared going against the Rays, but it's this year, maybe next year, and that's our chance.
I agree.
You're surprised that we don't have the pop that you would expect. You know, you look at, we were talking about earlier about like hitting for average and stuff. The White Sox are the closest thing you're going to get. You got Tim Anderson and, you know, even Jose Abreu is really starting to put the bat on the ball and keeping it down instead of popping up so much. And it's just a scary team to deal with right now. And as a White Sox fan, you look, we had one of the greatest teams back in the day with, you know, you had Frank Thomas, you had Paul Konerko and Harold Baines, and you had Jermaine Dye and Carlos Lee, and it's like, how did we not win a World Series with that team? And it just it's really weird how you can have a stacked team and it doesn't fall in. And now it's a very, very energetic team, and in a good way. So I like the White Sox a lot because they're always considered, you know, the bad guys. They're the South Side. They're the bad guys. They're not the good Chicago team. You don't get the coverage. Look at the Padres. The coverage that they get on SportsCenter, ESPN, all the bullshit. I can't stand when they do that to teams. And what happened? Are they going to be in playoffs? No, they're going to be golfing.
No.
Yeah. And I
And
fucking
Fernando
love
Tatis
it.
is going to be partying in Venezuela or wherever he's from.
Yep. And I fucking love it. Like, you talk about them all season, and they're going to watch my team in the playoffs. Suck it, bitch. Like, that's what you get. And
Exactly, bro.
And with those kind of coverage, like Tampa, Chicago, if either of those two teams take the whole thing, you're going to get a couple days of their posts. That's it.
Yeah. You're going to be like, wait, didn't they win?
Yeah. If LA wins or Houston wins again, you're going to hear about it until next season.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we're going to hear about. And if Houston wins it, I don't think Correa leaves.
No, he'll stay.
But do I think
he would have no
Houston
reason
wins?
to at
Not
that
even
point.
close.
Right.
Not even close. The other reason, and, you know, I hate to bring it back to Correa, but, you know, the other reason I think Correa has a good shot of going to Detroit, and that's the reason we're going to pick him over the guys like Marcus Semien. Our manager was the manager of the Houston Astros at one point.
Yep.
He won a World Series with them. Whether or not a legitimate, just saying, Houston should not have won that World Series. They were cheating. And we're going to move on from that subject. But, you know, that's another reason that I think Detroit's going to be a very, very big front runner for guys like that. So we all know the Houston Astros cheat. We all know the Lions get screwed by the refs.
What?
I was asking what you're laughing at.
You froze for a quick second. You looked high as shit.
Oh, really?
You froze like this. just happy and high. That's how it looked.
Nah, the main thing is I'm trying to stay awake.
Right.
That's why I keep drinking water.
I hear you.
He's like, oh, I'm going to go get a burrito after this.
Right.
Nah, I'm going to write a 5 to 7 page paper after this because college student.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Right.
It's not going to be on a hard topic, though, at least.
Something you have a little bit of interest in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like my
Movies and
paper.
football.
Hey.
But speaking on movies,
Ooh, shoot.
it's back to what I was saying earlier about something I want to do on here is recasting movies.
I love recasting. It's fun.
Yeah, it is
First
fun.
one I want to do, and I've already talked to you guys about this in the future, and maybe not right away. I want to recast Harry Potter.
I think it would be a great idea.
It's gonna make a lot of people mad, but it would be fun to think about.
Okay.
and
I
to
mean, it
research.
can't make them any madder than J.K. Rowling has with her fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her and Trump need to be hanging out together with how bad they treat
Yeah,
Twitter.
no kidding. Jesus.
I'm down for something like that on like a couple of stipulations. One, we don't recast the kids. I don't think you can do that because if you were going to
you can't.
recast the movie, you would almost need to cast unknowns to play the kids.
100%, because that's what they were.
Fair enough.
And two, not all three of us cast the same person. We'll draw from a hat or something.
Yeah.
We'll get okay. I'm down.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
I
we're
think that'd be a good
definitely
idea.
like we did on mine and your podcast in the past, right?
Back in the day, dude.
Split it up. Yeah.
So yeah,
You know,
that's
those lesser podcasts that I
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
a part of.
You
I'm
were
what holds
working.
this. I'm what holds this whole thing together.
we'll see.
I am the glue.
We'll see when the views come out for this one and the.
No, you're the reason we're gonna lose views, Damon.
That's pretty much right.
It's this
Especially with
smile.
that little
that's
thing I
gonna
said
bring 'em
earlier.
in.
That's the thing that I was talking about earlier is that there's a good chance this turns into a mostly sports podcast, but it's not going to be mostly sports. We're going to
No,
cover
it's not.
everything we can, and obviously, if we can get a guest on, we'll cover whatever topic they're into, or that's the thing is like if I'm not on, you guys talk about whatever you want. You guys get whatever guest on you want. Clint, if you can't make it, Damon and I got this. I mean,
So,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean-
like the guest host thing, I think was a great idea, which is why I was all for it when you brought it up. And the rotating host thing, like that's
Right.
a great idea.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna try to work some magic. So I got some strings I can pull to possibly make it happen. I can get some top dog Auburn people as guests.
Do
I
it.
mean, if you can get it, get it,
talking-
dude.
Like head coach Bruce
it.
Pearl. I got an inside guy to at least get the question to him in person.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
I'm gonna.
Talking about the basketball coach, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I can try to get. I know Coach Brian Harson's a busy man, being his first year. It's definitely not gonna happen during the season.
No.
But I'm gonna try. I can definitely try for the old Auburn head coach Gene Chizik. I actually met him today. Really cool dude. I mean, heck, I'm gonna try to get Charles Barkley. I'm gonna try, bro.
Most
Swing for the
random.
fences.
One shot. Bro, if you ain't swinging for the fences, why
Get Bo
swing?
Jackson.
Okay, I'll DM him too.
Get Bo
I'll
Jackson.
hit. I know he's got a business person handling his emails. I'm sending them an email.
And they'll be coming back at you with a price. This is how much he'll do it for.
Okay.
And if it's
I say
reasonable,
okay
then
like
we'll
I'm
do
not.
it.
That's
I
what I'm
say
saying.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we can split that 3 ways.
I don't care. I'm about it.
The price,
More-
bro, why you
more like
reacting
it's gonna be
that?
two-
No, no.
'cause you're
I
both
made that look exactly. That's what I'm saying. Damon and I are going to be the ones taking care of it. You're going to be like,
I got a credit card for a reason.
yeah,
I don't know,
never
we're
mind.
gonna find
Never
this
mind.
shit with you.
I got a credit card
We'll do
for a
that off
reason. To
podcast.
ruin my credit. Also, Rick, I know you and me have talked about this before too. Damon, this is low-key gonna kind of
Just say it.
kick you out of an episode, I guess you can say.
Say it.
We're gonna schedule this for a day when you can't be on. I know my girlfriend wanted to do a couples podcast with Rick and his girlfriend.
Yeah,
Like episode.
at some point. Maybe we'll try and maybe we
as a
can
third
save
party,
that.
I think is a great idea.
Maybe we could
as
save it
third
though for
party.
like February-ish.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
close to
that'd be great.
Valentine's.
You know what? Actually, I take that
Valentine's
back.
Day
Valentine's is a good
podcast?
idea.
Hey,
So,
you never know, Damon. You might have a girlfriend by then.
I'm trying,
Yeah,
dude.
her name's Jill.
Jill.
That's the boy. He understood it.
I'm trying down here.
Hey,
I'm
you know
trying
who
from up
honestly,
here.
like it's a lesser known sport, but I know a lot more about it. If I could get the man, the myth, the legend, John Daly on this podcast, I'll cream my shorts.
I feel like this is gonna, if it works out, it's just gonna turn into a like celebrity interview kind of podcast.
I mean, if we could make
Which
that
I'm
work,
cool
it's
with.
great.
Turns into
Bro, I'm gonna start DMing TikTokers, Naples.
Addison
Try to
Rae.
get her on here.
I'll start DMing
Addison-
porn stars.
I was thinking of like
Make
funny
this shit X-rated, put it on the
comedy.
hub.
I was thinking maybe like some funny people from TikTok, like Iron
Yeah.
Sanctuary, Beer Bong John, Comedic Cody, Taco.
I just want hoes. Give me goth egg on this podcast.
Well, there goes
Bella
our chance of
Porch.
getting anybody else on like TikTok.
I think there's a reason me and Rick are in relationships, and you are not.
And I think that your relationship is a sham.
All right.
And I'm kidding, obviously.
I was about to
Obviously,
just
I'm
cut
kidding.
it off right there.
I'm kidding.
about to
I'm
say,
obviously joking. I'm
you
happy
about to
for
get-
you.
You about to get her to drive down to Florida and whoop your tail.
I know. I'm very happy for you. Let me make
As
that
long as she
clear.
brings you so we can hang out, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, right.
Nah, yeah, that's
She
for
can kick
sure.
my ass as long as I get to hang out with you after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let her. I
I
don't
feel
give
like
a fuck.
that's our if one of the three of us ever just someone went down and we'd whoop each other, we'd end up like going to talk off and hanging out afterwards.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's just a
Go to an escape
relationship
room.
we have.
Oh yeah.
We'll do an escape room after.
Next Monday, bro, you and me, we're gonna grab Josh
Sure.
and we're gonna take care of that final escape room.
Oh, Josh is
Dude.
not gonna go. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna be done in like 30 seconds.
This is the hardest one.
We
I was
got
reading
out
up on
with
it.
the last one in 10 minutes. Like
The-
10
the-
minutes left.
This one, yeah, that one had 10 minutes left, but this one has a 35% escape rate. So
Ooh, okay.
Hey,
yeah.
man.
I made the mistake of one time doing like a 10-person escape room with like 5 people.
That's a
It was
mistake.
unfortunate. Oh, we didn't even get out, bro. We ran out of time.
And I think with you, me, Rick. That's not what I'm trying to say. Let me
Yeah,
hit
I'm
the
not
button.
gonna be there.
Thank
I don't know what
you.
you're saying.
With myself, Josh, and Rick, and Diana, and Kenzie, I think we have a good shot.
So
I think we have
that's
a good shot.
that's what's funny. So like Kenzie's my daughter, 9 years old. My camera go out of focus. Come on now. Damon and I took her to one, and she outshined us the entire time. It was embarrassing.
100%.
It was embarrassing. But the biggest thing for this one is when I was reading up on it, and the little disclaimer is like, this room involves like athletic ability and climbing. I'm like, guess what you get to do, kid? You get to climb for stuff.
Do that.
Kenzie, go get it. So
You're 9. You have youthful endurance. Get
Yep.
your ass up there. And get Diana to do it too if she needs to.
she'll do it. She's gonna take over like she did last time.
Yep.
As you look to the side to make sure she's not the sliding.
Honestly, I had no problem with her taking over, like because she actually did contribute a lot of stuff, while your friend Ashley just
Dude.
sat there and played with the puzzle.
Shit the
so.
bed. I hope she watches this just to see this part. She shit
I
the
hope
bed.
she watches this.
So I told her about. She's like, when we hang out again? And I was like, so we're doing this on the 4th. I was like, and you know you can join us. She's like, how about I just meet you guys for dinner and drinks after? I was like, all right, fair enough.
That sounds like a better idea. Ay. All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up. It's been going on for what, hour and a half, give or take.
Just about. We're getting there.
Oh, I
I
thought
think
we
we're
had more
there.
to go.
Honestly, like we got more to talk about in the next episode whenever we decide to record it.
I mean, we got
There's
hockey
a lot of
coming up
stuff
soon, and I can't wait to talk hockey with
Yeah.
you guys
Yes,
The
sir.
Kraken!
Give me 1
Be-
second. I gotta.
because you
Hang
can
on.
finally
You already have
talk
the hat
hockey.
on, Damon. You already have
Yep,
the
there
hat
it is.
I'm not putting it on.
on. Oh, okay.
So
Gord.
I don't want to hear that. First of all,
Ruby. Give me Drew. Yes, sir.
As you
Yes,
cry
sir.
and stroke the old Lightning Gore jersey.
That's all right, baby. Give me this. Give me
Yep.
it right here.
we'll get into that because you guys weren't even hockey fans until this coming season, so that's gonna
No,
be
we
exciting
weren't.
to get into. I think that'll
Can't
be
be
a
a
bulk of it.
bandwagon when you
Can't
pick
be a
a new
bandwagon.
team.
That's
Can't be
fair.
a bandwagon for the brand new team. And I don't want to be a Red Wings fan because that's just sad.
They don't have an Atlanta team.
You got that going for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and all other types of folk who decide to watch this, we appreciate your listening. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Ringing that motherfucking bell.